God says, my child, this is not a drill. A massive tragedy is coming your way within hours. A bank account and find in before your name. Someone wants to access. This message is the only thing that can stop it. Listen to this right now or be ready to cry later. Don't try to skip this. There is something concerning your financial life that you need to pay attention to. A bank account or financial matter connected to your name may require your attention, and someone may be attempting to access information that belongs to you. Do not panic, but do not ignore this warning either. Type 1111 to claim it. Dear one, if you are reading these words right now, do not rush past them, because something has been placed in front of you for a reason, and you may not understand why yet. There is something approaching your life that you have not been able to see clearly, something connected to the season you are entering, and the silence surrounding it does not mean nothing is happening. In fact, something has already begun moving behind the scenes. You have felt that strange inner pull, that sudden feeling that you should stop and pay attention, and if you feel even a small pull to keep reading, do not ignore it. Something is trying to reach your attention before the moment passes. I know you have questions you have never spoken aloud, and I know there are things that have frightened you because you cannot understand why certain doors closed, why certain people changed, or why everything seemed delayed. But there is something about to become clear, and before it does, you must remain awake. If you skip this message, you may walk away from something you were supposed to recognize. If you continue reading, keep your heart open, because the next part may reveal why you have been feeling that something is different. Dear one, before I share this, I need you to hear me. There's a concept some people refer to as a money switch in the brain, describing how certain thought patterns around opportunity, confidence, and decision-making may feel less active over time for some individuals. A neuroscientist has shared a simple 5-minute method that is designed to help you become more aware of your thinking patterns and notice new possibilities with greater clarity. Some women over 50 who have tried it have shared that it gave them a refreshed perspective and helped them reflect differently on personal and financial decisions. While experiences can vary from person to person, it may be an interesting tool for mindset exploration. But here's the important part: there are only a few seats left, just 5 remaining. If you feel drawn to explore this, don't wait. Join now using the link in the description or pinned comment, as this could be a helpful step in exploring new opportunities and gaining a stronger sense of direction in your journey. Do not make the mistake of assuming that every delay was a punishment or every silence was abandonment. Something has been happening that you could not see, and sometimes the most important changes begin while everything appears completely still. There is something I have been preparing, but you may have mistaken the preparation for loss. You may have called it rejection when it was protection. You may have called it an ending when it was actually a warning. Something had to be removed before something else could safely enter your life. That is why certain moments felt unusually heavy. That is why some nights seemed longer than they should have been. And if you have recently felt as though something is about to happen, do not dismiss that feeling. If you skip this because you think it is only another message, you may miss the very detail your spirit has been waiting to recognize. Something is closer than you think, but I am not revealing everything at once because you need to understand why it matters. There is a reason you arrived here at this exact moment, and there is a reason these words are holding your attention longer than you expected. Stay with them because something important is about to be uncovered. Now, listen carefully, because something is about to shift, and the sign you have been waiting for may not arrive in the form you imagined. It could begin with something small, something ordinary, something you might almost overlook. But if you pay attention, you will notice that something begins connecting in a way that cannot easily be explained. A conversation, a sudden opportunity, an unexpected change, or even the return of something you thought was permanently gone may become the first clue. Do not make the mistake of skipping this. You are not here by accident. If you feel even a small pull to keep reading, it is because something important is about to reach you. If you skip this because fear tells you to look away, remember that fear often becomes loudest just before clarity arrives. If you continue, watch carefully for what happens next, because something that has remained hidden is preparing to reveal itself. I will not tell you everything before you are ready to understand it, but know this: the strange feeling you have been carrying is not meaningless. Something is changing, something is approaching, and when the final piece becomes visible, you may finally understand why you were led to these words in the first place. My child, stop for a moment and listen carefully, because I do not want you to rush past these words as though they are ordinary. There are moments when you encounter a message at the exact time your heart needs to hear it, and I want you to pay attention to what is stirring within you right now. You have carried questions that you have not spoken aloud. You have wondered how long you must wait, how much longer you must endure uncertainty, and whether the prayers you whispered when nobody was listening were ever heard. I have seen every tear, every silent battle, every night when you tried to remain strong while your heart was tired. But listen to me now. Do not allow what you have seen so far to convince you that nothing is happening. Something has been moving beneath the surface. Something has been forming in a place you could not see. August is not merely another page on your calendar. I am calling you to enter this month with a different spirit, because what I have been preparing for you did not begin today. The waiting has had a purpose, the silence has had a purpose, and even the closed doors that frightened you have had a purpose. You thought some of your delays meant that I had forgotten you, but I was teaching you patience without allowing you to understand the full reason. You looked at another person's progress and wondered why your own path seemed so slow. You watched opportunities pass, relationships change, plans collapse, and doors close that you desperately wanted to remain open. You asked me, why not now? And sometimes you received no answer. But there are things I cannot reveal to you all at once, because you would try to run ahead of the timing I have established. There are blessings that require preparation before they can be safely carried. There are opportunities that require maturity before they can be sustained. There are people who must arrive at the right moment, circumstances that must align, and situations that must move into position before you can see the complete picture. What you called a delay, I was using as preparation. What you called rejection, I was sometimes using as protection. What you called an ending, I was using to make room for something you could not yet recognize. So do not enter August carrying the same fear you carried through the previous months. I am asking you to release the constant need to know exactly how everything will happen. You do not need to see the entire road before taking the next faithful step. I know where the road leads. I know what is waiting beyond the uncertainty. I know the conversation that will change something, the opportunity that will appear when you least expect it, the provision that will arrive at the moment you need it, and the peace that will return after a season of heaviness. But I will not tell you every detail today. There are some things you will understand only when they unfold. There are answers that will make sense only when you look backward and realize why certain things had to happen the way they did. Trust me when you cannot trace me. Keep walking when you cannot see the destination. Keep praying when your feelings tell you nothing is changing. Your feelings are not the final authority over your future. Dear one, before I share this, I need you to hear me. There's a concept some people refer to as a money switch in the brain, describing how certain thought patterns around opportunity, confidence, and decision-making may feel less active over time for some individuals. A neuroscientist has shared a simple 5-minute method that is designed to help you become more aware of your thinking patterns and notice new possibilities with greater clarity. Some women over 50 who have tried it have shared that it gave them a refreshed perspective and helped them reflect differently on personal and financial decisions. While experiences can vary from person to person, it may be an interesting tool for mindset exploration. But here's the important part: there are only a few seats left, just 5 remaining. If you feel drawn to explore this, don't wait. Join now using the link in the description or pinned comment, as this could be a helpful step in exploring new opportunities and gaining a stronger sense of direction in your journey. If these words are speaking directly to the season you have been walking through, do not simply scroll past them and forget them. Take a moment to pray. God, give me the faith to recognize what you are preparing and the wisdom not to abandon my path because I cannot see the outcome yet. If this message encouraged your heart, share it with someone who has been waiting, struggling, or quietly losing hope. Let your like, comment, or share become a simple reminder that someone else may need encouragement today. And if you want to continue receiving messages that help you pause, pray, and reflect on your faith, subscribe and stay connected. But most importantly, do not let the CTA become the point of this message. The point is to turn your heart back toward God, because the greatest breakthrough is not merely receiving what you asked for. It is learning to trust the one who knows exactly what you need. My child, I want you to understand something about August that you may not recognize immediately. Favor does not always arrive looking like favor. Sometimes favor looks like a door that finally opens, but sometimes it looks like a door that refuses to open because I know what is behind it. Sometimes abundance comes as financial provision, an unexpected opportunity, a new responsibility, or an idea that begins to change your circumstances. Sometimes abundance is the restoration of peace in a home where there has been tension. Sometimes it is renewed strength in a heart that has been exhausted from carrying too much for too long. Do not reduce my blessings to money alone. I can restore what money cannot purchase. I can give you clarity when confusion has ruled your thoughts. I can give you courage when fear has controlled your decisions. I can restore relationships according to my wisdom, give you discernment about which relationships to release, and bring peace into places where you once believed peace was impossible. There are prayers you almost stopped praying because disappointment became heavier than expectation. You said, maybe it is not going to happen. You tried to convince yourself that you did not care anymore because caring hurt too much. But I saw that hidden desire still living inside you. I saw you mention it once and then stop talking about it. I saw you pray for your family, your future, your finances, your purpose, your peace, and your direction. I heard the prayers that were spoken with confidence, and I heard the prayers that ended only in silence and tears. Do not mistake silence for absence. I have been working in ways you could not measure. You wanted immediate evidence, but I was building something whose evidence would come later. You wanted an explanation, but I was preparing a testimony. You wanted the answer immediately, but I was preparing you to recognize the answer when it arrived. And there is something else I want you to hear. Do not sabotage your new season by remaining emotionally attached to the old one. You cannot continually ask me for a new beginning while rehearsing the pain of yesterday every morning. You cannot walk confidently into what is ahead while constantly turning around to measure yourself against what happened behind you. Yes, learn from the past, but do not live there. Yes, remember what happened, but do not let it become a prophecy over your future. The person who disappointed you does not have the authority to define your next chapter. The opportunity you lost does not have the authority to determine every opportunity that will come. The mistake you made does not cancel your capacity to grow. I am not asking you to pretend that the past did not hurt. I am asking you to stop allowing the past to tell you that the future cannot be different. If you are believing for a new beginning this August, take this moment seriously and make it personal. Write a simple prayer in the comments, even if it is only a few words, and let that prayer remind you of what you are placing into God's hands. Share this message with a friend or family member who needs renewed strength. And if this message has encouraged you, leave a like so it can reach someone else who may be silently waiting for hope. Subscribe if you want more faith-centered messages to return to when you need encouragement. But after you do that, close your phone for a moment and pray. Do not merely consume encouragement. Respond to it. Ask God what you need to surrender, what you need to begin, and what you need to stop carrying. Your next step may be smaller than you expect, but obedience in a small step can become the beginning of a much larger change. Dear one, before I share this, I need you to hear me. There's a concept some people refer to as a money switch in the brain, describing how certain thought patterns around opportunity, confidence, and decision-making may feel less active over time for some individuals. A neuroscientist has shared a simple 5-minute method that is designed to help you become more aware of your thinking patterns and notice new possibilities with greater clarity. Some women over 50 who have tried it have shared that it gave them a refreshed perspective and helped them reflect differently on personal and financial decisions. While experiences can vary from person to person, it may be an interesting tool for mindset exploration. But here's the important part. There are only a few seats left, just 5 remaining. If you feel drawn to explore this, don't wait. Join now using the link in the description or pinned comment, as this could be a helpful step in exploring new opportunities and gaining a stronger sense of direction in your journey. I am preparing you to recognize doors that you once would have walked past. There will be moments when something appears ordinary, but you will sense that you need to pay attention. A conversation may introduce an idea. An unexpected invitation may lead somewhere you did not plan to go. A person may enter your life carrying information, encouragement, connection, or opportunity. A decision you have been afraid to make may suddenly become clear. Do not assume that every blessing will arrive with noise. Some of the greatest changes begin quietly. A seed does not announce the moment it begins to grow beneath the soil. You cannot see its roots spreading, but that does not mean nothing is happening. In the same way, there are roots forming in your life right now. You may not see the full growth yet, but do not abandon the soil simply because the harvest has not appeared. There is also a warning I want you to hear. Do not let excitement make you careless. When new opportunities appear, ask for wisdom. When new people arrive, pay attention to character rather than promises. When money begins to move differently, do not abandon discipline. When doors open, do not assume every open door is automatically the right door. You asked me for favor, but favor also requires discernment. You asked for abundance, but abundance requires stewardship. You asked for restoration, but restoration may require you to forgive, establish boundaries, change habits, or finally walk away from what repeatedly damages your peace. Do not pray for a changed life while refusing to change the patterns that keep you trapped. I can open the door, but you must still have the courage to walk through it. You have spent too much time believing that because your beginning was difficult, your ending must also be difficult. No, my child. A difficult chapter is not the same thing as a doomed story. You have survived days you once thought would break you. You have come through situations that you were certain you could not endure. Look at yourself now. You are still here. You are still capable of praying. You are still capable of hoping. You are still capable of beginning again. That itself is evidence that the story is not finished. Your strength may not look like what it once did. But perhaps that is because I am teaching you a deeper kind of strength, one that does not depend on everything going according to your plan. If you have made it this far, do not ignore the message simply because you do not yet know what the something greater will be. That is the open door of this message. You are not being asked to predict the blessing. You are being asked to prepare your heart for whatever God brings. Comment: I am ready, if that reflects your prayer. Share this with someone who needs to hear that their waiting is not necessarily wasted. And subscribe for more messages that encourage you to keep your faith alive. Then take one practical step today toward the life you have been praying for. Make the call you have been postponing. Organize what has been neglected. Forgive where wisdom allows. Begin the work you keep delaying, or simply spend quiet time in prayer. Faith is not passive. Sometimes faith looks like waiting, and sometimes faith looks like moving. Dear one, before I share this, I need you to hear me. There's a concept some people refer to as a money switch in the brain, describing how certain thought patterns around opportunity, confidence, and decision-making may feel less active over time for some individuals. A neuroscientist has shared a simple 5-minute method that is designed to help you become more aware of your thinking patterns and notice new possibilities with greater clarity. Some women over 50 who have tried it have shared that it gave them a refreshed perspective and helped them reflect differently on personal and financial decisions. While experiences can vary from person to person, it may be an interesting tool for mindset exploration. But here's the important part: there are only a few seats left, just 5 remaining. If you feel drawn to explore this, don't wait. Join now using the link in the description or pinned comment, as this could be a helpful step in exploring new opportunities and gaining a stronger sense of direction in your journey. There is provision coming into places where you have felt lack, but I want you to broaden your understanding of provision. You have asked for resources, and I understand why. Bills must be paid, responsibilities must be carried, and uncertainty about finances can create tremendous fear. But I also want to provide wisdom, discipline, creativity, opportunity, and the ability to recognize what is already in your hands. Do not overlook small beginnings because you are waiting for something enormous. Do not despise an opportunity simply because it starts modestly. Do not reject a path because it requires patience. Some blessings grow gradually. Some answers come through consistent effort rather than one dramatic moment. My provision does not always arrive in the package you imagined. Sometimes it arrives as a new skill, a wise person, a second chance, a better decision, or the courage to stop wasting what you already have. And your peace is going to matter in this next season. I do not want you to receive something you prayed for and then lose yourself trying to protect it. I do not want you to become so obsessed with the future that you forget to live in the present. There are people who prayed for a breakthrough and then spent the entire breakthrough worrying about whether it would disappear. Do not let fear steal tomorrow's joy before tomorrow arrives. You cannot control every outcome. You cannot guarantee that every person will stay. You cannot prevent every disappointment. But you can choose where you place your trust. You can choose to pray before reacting. You can choose wisdom over panic. You can choose gratitude while still believing for more. Peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is knowing that problems do not have the final word. There may be a moment in August when you suddenly understand why certain things had to happen the way they did. You may remember a closed door and realize it protected you from a path that would have drained you. You may remember a delay and realize it gave you time to become ready. You may remember a disappointment and recognize that it redirected you toward something healthier. When that moment comes, do not only celebrate the destination. Remember the process. Remember the nights when you kept going without evidence. Remember the prayers that seemed unanswered. Remember the strength you gained in the waiting. The testimony is not only that you eventually received something. The testimony is also that you became someone who could carry it without losing your faith, your humility, or your peace. If you believe your best days are still ahead, let this be your reminder to stop speaking over your own future with words of defeat. Share this message with someone who needs a reason to hope again. Leave a comment expressing what you are trusting God for, and subscribe if you want to keep returning to messages that strengthen your faith. But remember, no video, post, or message can replace your personal relationship with God. Let these words point you toward prayer rather than dependence on a screen. Turn off the noise when you need to. Open your heart. Ask for wisdom. Ask for courage. Ask for discernment. And then be willing to obey even when the answer requires something different from what you expected. Dear one, before I share this, I need you to hear me. There's a concept some people refer to as a money switch in the brain, describing how certain thought patterns around opportunity, confidence, and decision-making may feel less active over time for some individuals. A neuroscientist has shared a simple 5-minute method that is designed to help you become more aware of your thinking patterns and notice new possibilities with greater clarity. Some women over 50 who have tried it have shared that it gave them a refreshed perspective and helped them reflect differently on personal and financial decisions. While experiences can vary from person to person, it may be an interesting tool for mindset exploration. But here's the important part. There are only a few seats left, just 5 remaining. If you feel drawn to explore this, don't wait. Join now using the link in the description or pinned comment, as this could be a helpful step in exploring new opportunities and gaining a stronger sense of direction in your journey. My child, there is a reason I am telling you not to give up now. You are closer to a turning point than your emotions may allow you to believe, but do not become obsessed with dates, signs, or exact predictions. Your responsibility is not to force a breakthrough to happen on your schedule. Your responsibility is to remain faithful, prepared, wise, and willing. August can bring new beginnings, but a new beginning may start inside you before anything outside you changes. You may wake up one morning and realize that the thing that used to control your thoughts no longer has the same power. You may discover that you are no longer begging for acceptance from people who never valued you. You may find yourself making decisions from peace instead of desperation. That is also breakthrough. That is also restoration. That is also evidence that something has changed. So walk into this month without begging yesterday to return. Walk forward. Pray with expectation, but also with surrender. Work with diligence, but do not worship achievement. Believe for abundance, but remain grateful for what is already present. Expect doors to open, but ask for discernment about which doors are truly for you. Believe that provision can come, but also become a faithful steward of what you already possess. Believe that relationships can be restored, but do not confuse restoration with returning to unhealthy patterns. Believe that your strength can be renewed, but give yourself permission to rest. You do not have to prove your worth through exhaustion. You do not have to carry everything alone. There is a difference between perseverance and refusing to release what was never yours to carry. And now listen carefully, because I do not want you to miss what comes next. There is something about your next season that will require you to notice what you previously overlooked. It may begin so quietly that you almost dismiss it. It may not look like the dramatic answer you imagined while you were praying. It may arrive through an ordinary moment, an ordinary conversation, an ordinary opportunity, but something will cause you to pause. Something will make you realize that the chapter is changing. When that happens, do not rush because of excitement and do not retreat because of fear. Pray, examine, listen, Move with wisdom. You have asked for a sign, but sometimes the sign is not a spectacular event. Sometimes it is the clarity that finally settles in your heart after a long season of confusion. August is before you, and you do not need to enter it terrified of what could go wrong. Enter it awake. Enter it prayerful. Enter it with your eyes open and your heart surrendered. I am not asking you to believe that every day will be perfect. There may still be challenges. There may still be unexpected obstacles. But one difficult day cannot cancel an entire season of grace. One disappointment cannot erase every possibility ahead of you. Do not make permanent conclusions from temporary circumstances. Keep going. Keep praying. Keep learning. Keep preparing. Keep your heart soft enough to receive correction and strong enough to withstand disappointment. What I am preparing you for is not merely one lucky moment. I am preparing you for a life in which you recognize my goodness, even when the path does not look the way you expected. If this message found you at a moment when you were tempted to give up, let your response be simple. I will keep trusting. Share these words with someone who needs that reminder today. Like the message if it encouraged you. Comment your prayer or the area of your life where you are believing for a new beginning, and subscribe so you can continue receiving encouragement along your journey. Then remember the most important instruction of all. Do not ignore the quiet prompting in your heart to pray. Prepare, forgive, begin, or change. You may not know what is being arranged behind the scenes, and you do not need to know everything yet. Keep walking. The part of the story you can see is not the whole story. Dear one, before I share this, I need you to hear me. There's a concept some people refer to as a money switch in the brain, describing how certain thought patterns around opportunity, confidence, and decision-making may feel less active over time for some individuals. A neuroscientist has shared a simple 5-minute method that is designed to help you become more aware of your thinking patterns and notice new possibilities with greater clarity. Some women over 50 who have tried it have shared that it gave them a refreshed perspective and helped them reflect differently on personal and financial decisions. While experiences can vary from person to person, it may be an interesting tool for mindset exploration. But here's the important part. There are only a few seats left, just 5 remaining. If you feel drawn to explore this, don't wait. Join now using the link in the description or pinned comment, as this could be a helpful step in exploring new opportunities and gaining a stronger sense of direction in your journey. My child, your story is not over. The years behind you do not have more authority than the purpose ahead of you. The rejection did not have the final word. The delay did not have the final word. The disappointment did not have the final word. The season of uncertainty did not have the final word. I have seen you when you felt invisible, and I have not forgotten you. Let August remind you that new beginnings are possible. Let this month teach you to recognize provision without taking it for granted, favor without becoming proud, opportunity without becoming reckless, and blessing without forgetting the one you prayed to. Your best days are not necessarily the days when everything goes exactly according to your plan. They can be the days when you discover deeper peace, greater wisdom, stronger faith, healthier relationships, clearer purpose, and the courage to become who you were created to be. So rise with hope. Lift your eyes beyond what is immediately visible. Stop rehearsing the sentence, "Nothing is changing." You may not see everything changing yet, but that does not mean your life is standing still. Prepare your heart for unexpected goodness. Prepare your hands to work. Prepare your mind to learn. Prepare your spirit to listen. And when the opportunity comes, do not let fear convince you that you are unqualified simply because you have never stood in that place before. You may have been prepared for it through every difficult season you thought was wasting your time. What felt like waiting may have been training. What felt like silence may have been shaping. What felt like loss may have been redirection. You will understand more later. For now, trust me enough to take the next step, and when you finally see the pieces begin to connect, remember this message not because a calendar month guarantees a particular outcome, but because you chose not to surrender your hope. Let August become a month of prayer, courage, wisdom, discipline, gratitude, and new beginnings. Let it be the month when you stop allowing fear to write the ending before the story has finished. Let it be the month when you recognize that answered prayer can sometimes look different from the prayer you originally prayed. Let it be the month when you become ready for what you have been asking for. The door may open differently than you imagined. The provision may come through a path you did not expect. The restoration may begin in a place you thought was beyond repair. And when it happens, you will understand why you were told to keep going. Do not give up, my child. Keep your faith. Keep your integrity. Keep your prayer life. Keep doing what is right even when nobody applauds you. Keep preparing even when nobody sees the preparation. Keep believing that a chapter can change. I am reminding you today that your present circumstance is not the complete picture. There is more ahead than what you can currently see. There are lessons still to learn, people still to meet, opportunities still to discover, prayers still to unfold, and moments of goodness you have not experienced yet. Walk forward with confidence, but remain humble. Walk forward with expectation, but remain discerning. Walk forward with hope, but remain grounded. And when you cannot see the next step, take the next faithful step anyway. If you are receiving this message with an open heart, do not let it end with these words. Carry it into your prayer time. Share it with someone who needs encouragement. Comment August, I trust God, if that is the declaration you want to carry into this month, and like and subscribe if you want more messages that encourage faith, hope, and perseverance. Then put your phone down and spend a few quiet moments with God. Ask Him what He wants you to release, what He wants you to prepare for, and what step He wants you to take next. You do not need to know the entire plan tonight. You only need enough courage for the next step. The rest can unfold in its appointed time. My child, August is here, and I want you to enter it differently. Do not enter expecting perfection. Enter expecting possibility. Do not enter demanding that everything happen immediately. Enter ready to recognize what unfolds. Do not enter carrying every disappointment from yesterday. Enter with an open heart. I have not called you to understand everything before you trust. I have called you to trust while you are still learning. There are blessings you will recognize only after they arrive. There are answers whose value you will understand only after time has passed. There are doors that will open only when you are ready to walk through them. So keep praying, keep preparing, keep believing, keep moving. Your season is not defined by what has been delayed. Your future is not defined by what has been lost. And your worth is not defined by what you have or have not received. One day you will look back at this season and realize that you were not abandoned in the waiting. You were being strengthened. You were being redirected. You were being prepared. And perhaps the greatest surprise will not be what appeared outside of you, but who you became within yourself while you waited. You will discover that you are stronger than you thought, wiser than you realized, and more capable of beginning again than your past ever allowed you to believe. So breathe. Release the fear. Lift your eyes. Pray again. Try again. Begin again. There is still goodness ahead. There is still purpose ahead. There are still chapters you have not read. And you do not need to know every sentence before you turn the page.